Hi y'all, so we'll see if I'm brave enough to post this. I've never done a video or anything like this before, but I'm coming at you today because I'm getting ready to start the 6-month process for gastric bypass. And that's just the beginning process, which is 6 months. And afterwards is a whole new journey, but we don't need to get into that. I'll throw some stats at you just to start with. I am 5'9" and 250 pounds. So that puts my BMI somewhere between like 37 and 38. And you need a 40 to qualify for gastric bypass. Because of other health issues, which I will get into later, that is what's qualifying me being under the 40% for my BMI. I wrote down some notes, so if I'm looking down, it's just because there's things that I wanted to touch on that I didn't want to forget. So the type of gastric bypass that I'm looking at having is actually called the Roux-en-Y. And it's where they create a smaller pouch in your stomach and put the intestines up to that smaller pouch. So just making your stomach a whole lot smaller than what it currently is. The other really typical type of gastric bypass that they do is the gastric sleeve, but I have indigestion already, and that creates and causes even more indigestion and heartburn. So that's why I've decided that gastric bypass Roux-en-Y is going to be what's going to work best for me. So like I mentioned before, other health issues. So I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to throw out all of the issues that I have and everything that I'm on medication for. So I have ADD, which I'm currently taking Vyvanse for. I've got high blood pressure, which I'm medicated for. Sleep apnea, which I'm getting my CPAP. I was just diagnosed with that, so I get my CPAP next month for that. And then I also am clinically diagnosed with bipolar. So I have a lot of different things that are working against me, but I'm hoping that this weight loss journey will really help resolve some of those. Let's see, what else did I want to touch on? So even though with the high blood pressure that I mentioned before, I am on medication for that, but even being medicated, sometimes the medication doesn't work and I can feel my heart racing. I work graveyard, so usually when I'm lacking on sleep, I notice that my blood pressure is just out of control, and I get swollen as well. So I'm sure that has to do with being obese and overall just kind of unhealthy. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to touch on in this video. I didn't want it to be forever long, but in the next one, I will give you more of an update on kind of where I'm at and what's going on in the next step with the process. I just got all of my paperwork and my packet sent in today, so that gets me started with the whole process, which I'm super excited about. Before I do let you go, I just want to touch on some of the things that I've started collecting, which has been, kind of fun. I'm nervous, but I'm excited to really start this new journey. So in the very beginning, you are on an all liquid diet, and that's 2 weeks prior to the surgery and then 2 weeks after the surgery as well. So I'm going to be on 4 weeks of a liquid diet. And that's just focusing on hydration and protein. So making sure that you're really getting both of those in. So what I picked up, the very first item I ordered was these little 1 ounce containers. In the beginning, they're just a little over an ounce, I think. But in the beginning, I'll be able to have 2 ounces at a time. That's all that my little pouch will be able to hold, is that 2 ounces. So I'll be sipping on Gatorade and protein shakes and just whatever I can to get hydration and protein in. Let's see. And then the other item that I picked up well, I shouldn't say I picked it up. I got it for Christmas at one of we were doing this cool like game swap, and I ended up winning this Nutri Ninja. I think it'll be super handy for like the smoothies and everything that I'm gonna need for like that pureed stage. I do have a food processor, but I think that this guy will come in a whole lot more handy. So I think I'm at 5 minutes now. So I could talk to you all day about this, but I will try and keep it short. So thank you so much for watching and for starting this journey with me. And I can't wait to update you more on where we're going to go from here. So thanks again. We'll see you later.